Video begins with powerful, rhythmic African music and fast-paced shots of Burkina Faso, cities, meads, construction sites, people working, and a striking image of Captain Ibrahim Traoré. Hello and welcome to Ibrahim Traoré Vision Arling Wuling. Today, we're diving into a story that's shaking up the very definition of justice, not just in Africa, but across the globe. Imagine a country that decides prisons are no longer the answer. It sounds like a radical fantasy, right? Well, in 2025, Burkina Faso is making it a reality. Cut to visuals of inmates in work gear, building roads, cleaning streets. Forget everything you thought you knew about crime and punishment. Under the leadership of Captain Ibrahim Traoré, Burkina Faso has launched a groundbreaking initiative: No More Prison. This isn't just a slogan, it's a national transformation. Over 2,000 inmates have been reassigned from behind bars to the front lines of national development. Instead of confinement, they've been given a mission: build roads, clean cities, and plant thousands of trees to fight desertification. This isn't just about saving money or reducing overcrowding. It's a profound redefinition of the purpose of incarceration. Let's be clear, this was a deliberate top-down decision. A presidential decree from Captain Traoré himself set this new course. He didn't just suggest it, he mandated it. The decree states that able-bodied, low-risk offenders will serve their sentences through productive labor for the nation. The goal is twofold: contribute to Burkina Faso's infrastructure and give these individuals a chance to reintegrate into society with skills and a renewed sense of purpose. This policy directly challenges the old colonial-era penal codes that have dominated the justice system for decades, codes that focused on punishment, not rehabilitation. Let's look at the numbers. We're talking about more than 2,000 people. Think about that. That's 2,000 individuals who were once seen as a burden on the state, now actively building it up. Their new cell is the open air of their own country. Their new routine: not staring at a wall, but planting a tree that will one day provide shade and fruit. They are part of a massive urban renewal and greening campaign. In cities like Ouagadougou and Bobo-Dioulasso, you can see them working alongside other citizens, cleaning public spaces and contributing to a sense of national pride. This is tangible change you can see and feel. This is a monumental shift from punishment to productivity. For too long, the narrative in many parts of the world, heavily influenced by Western models, has been that a prison sentence is purely punitive. You do the crime, you do the time, and you come out, often with no new skills and a stigma that's impossible to shake. Captain Traoré's vision flips this script. He's asking a fundamental question: what is the purpose of justice? Is it to break a person or to rebuild them? By turning inmates into builders, Burkina Faso is arguing for the latter. This is a Pan-African idea at its core, a return to community-based restorative justice models that prioritize healing and reintegration. Imagine the psychological impact. A pair of work gloves replaces a pair of handcuffs. A shovel replaces a cell door key. This isn't just symbolic. It's a profound statement about dignity. Inmates are earning a small income, learning valuable skills in masonry, agriculture, and sanitation. And most importantly, they are being seen as contributors, not outcasts. They are repaying their debt to society in the most literal way possible by building it. This is justice with purpose, a system that believes in second chances, not as a handout, but as an opportunity to earn back one's place in the community. This policy forces us to ask a difficult question. Were prisons even an African concept to begin with? Historically, many African societies relied on councils of elders, reconciliation ceremonies, and restitution to resolve conflicts. The idea of locking people away in a box was largely a colonial import. Captain Traoré is not just reforming a system. He's questioning its very foundation. He's challenging the post-colonial mindset that accepts Western models as the only option. By implementing this policy, he is asserting that Africa has its own solutions, rooted in its own values of community and restoration, and the world is taking notice. On social media, the hashtag #JusticeWithDignity is trending. Citizens across Africa are applauding the move, seeing it as a bold step towards true sovereignty. One tweet from a user in Ghana reads, "This is what decolonization looks like in practice. Not just changing flags, but changing the systems." Another from Senegal says, while the West debates prison reform, Traoré is actually doing it. The digital world is buzzing, and the message is clear. This is a vision that resonates far beyond Burkina Faso's borders. This isn't happening in a vacuum. Leaders and thinkers in neighboring countries like Mali, Guinea, and even regional powerhouse Nigeria are watching closely. The Burkina model is becoming a topic of discussion in policy circles across West Africa. Could this be the start of a regional ripple effect? Imagine a future where Sahelian nations cooperate not just on security, but on a shared, humane, and productive model of justice. This is no longer a distant dream. It's a conversation happening right now, inspired by Captain Traoré's bold action. Let's go deeper. What does this reform look like for the individual? Inside these programs, it's not just about labor. It's a structured system. The inmates receive vocational training, literacy classes, and civic education. They are paid for their work, allowing them to send money to their families and save for their release. This restores their role as providers and gives them a stake in their own future. By giving them skills and a source of income, the system drastically reduces the likelihood of reoffending. It's a virtuous cycle. They build the country, and in doing so, they rebuild their own lives. Now, let's talk economics. How is Burkina Faso, a country facing immense security and economic challenges, affording this? Here's the most stunning part. They are doing it with $0 from the IMF, 0 from the World Bank, and 0 foreign aid. This initiative is funded entirely by the state through reallocated budgets and a fierce commitment to self-reliance. It actually cuts costs. The expense of housing, feeding, and guarding an inmate is far higher than the cost of managing a supervised work crew. This is sovereignty in action. It's proof that with political will and innovative thinking, African nations can do more with less. Unsurprisingly, the West is stunned. In mainstream media, you'll find a mix of reluctant admiration and deep skepticism. Is this genius, or is it just political theater? Some analysts call it a violation of labor laws, while others quietly admit it's a brilliant solution to multiple problems at once. But the question they're all asking is, how is a nation under sanctions, fighting its own battles, pulling this off? The answer is simple. It has a leader who refuses to accept the limitations imposed by others. Captain Traoré is showing the world that a nation's wealth isn't just in its resources, but in its people law of its people. So, what are the global implications? Could this model work in other parts of the world, or is it unique to the African context? Think about it. Countries everywhere are grappling with overflowing prisons, high recidivism rates, and the staggering cost of incarceration. Burkina Faso is offering a real-world case study, a blueprint for turning a liability into an asset. It's a radical idea, but the most transformative ideas often are. This isn't just a story about Burkina Faso. It's a challenge to the entire world to rethink the meaning of justice. The conversation is just beginning. Can justice be reborn from within? Can we build a society that rehabilitates instead of discards? Burkina Faso is betting that we can. This is the essence of Vision 2050, a future built by its own hands for its own people. What do you think? Is this the future of justice or a risky experiment? Let us know in the comments below. We read every single one. And if you believe in this vision of a self-reliant and innovative Africa, make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Thank you for watching.